Hey, what is going on everyone, this is Wicked and today I'll test out the latest Omega 3.1 ROM. As always, here are some important features added in the new update, taken from the official changelog. The ROM is based on the latest QF7 firmware from Samsung running Android 7.0 with the latest security patch level. Multi-CSC has been updated and lots of really popular mods have been added to the ROM itself, like dual speaker mod, zero camera mod, Viper for Android FX. Each one of them can be viewed by going into the cars section. One thing to be mentioned is that Magisk root has been currently disabled as some users reported boot loops, so the ROM will be rooted by default with SuperSU. A zip file for those of you who still want Magisk is listed into description. Anyways, this is Wicked and that means I'll do this ROM review in a Wicked manner. You don't know what a Wicked manner is? Let's check it out. I'll show you what is this ROM all about, how fast and stable it feels, and of course the usual onto the benchmark and gaming test. Without further ado, let's get Wicked. So as usual, the first step in order to get this ROM up and running is to get TWRP. If you don't know what TWRP is or how to get it, check the video in the card section. After you got it, here's the main screen. I'd always recommend making an Android backup before flashing a new ROM. In case something goes wrong, you'll be able to fully restore your current configuration back. If you don't know how to do that, watch my tutorial in the card section. Okay, with that being said, since I will install a new ROM, I recommend wiping your device first. So click wipe, then swipe to wipe. Then go to install and select Omega Zip. A ROM installer should pop up and let you customize some settings depending on your preferences. For example, you can choose whether you want 3-minute battery or not, LTE instead of 4G icon, data usage in quick settings panel, camera during call, maybe video while music playing, these kind of small little tweaks that will make your life easier. Sound mode and camera mode can also be activated or deactivated through Aroma installer. At the end, you should have Omega ROM 3.1 flashed on your device. You're ready to reboot it. Bear in mind that the first booting process will take up to 7 minutes. Okay, so I booted up into Omega 3.1, put all my credentials in, played with it a couple of minutes, and I have to admit, it feels smoother and faster than the latest Renovate 3.0 ROM. Or maybe that's just without all the apps installed and stuff, but believe me, somehow animations are smoother. This ROM is running best stock kernel with no overclock and seems to be so snappy. Speaking of customization options, you can't really do much on the go like you could on Renovate Ice ROM with the Rise app. Omega ROM has Omega Files application, which has some interesting information inside. You can install stock boot animation, you have a list of all kernels available for this ROM, all useful programs, utilities and mods. That's pretty much it about the customization options. Now, to the benchmark test. I really feel like this version of Omega will outperform the latest Renovate ROM. I opened up onto the benchmark, ran a test, and the result was as I felt and expected. We have a new wall of speed champion with some kind of a difference between it and the Renovate Ice. I wasn't really expecting that much, to be honest, but as I told you from the beginning, it really felt pretty fast here. Maybe it's because of some init G scripts that Dev uses. Since many of you requested me a more GPU intensive game in order to test the gaming performance, I went for Need for Speed No Limit. The initial gameplay was butterly smooth and I encountered absolutely no lag or stuttering. The game is pretty cool, I have to admit, and it kinda becomes addictive. So I have to say Omega ROM is stable, the mods are working, and I couldn't find any bugs during this review, but in my perspective it is far enough from perfection due to the lack of customization options like the ones in Renovate Ice ROMs. I have to admit, this ROM is for these people who want a close approach to the stock firmware, but with some mods and features which will actually make their life easier. A ROM which is rock stable and simple. If you're one of them, give it a try, you may absolutely love it. My Wicked score for this ROM is 4 out of 5. Anyways, this was the review for today. I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure you click that thumbs up button and subscribe right now to my channel. Until next time, take care. Wicked is out. Bye bye.